Today I want to talk about a job that you think is not going to turn out as well and how we will handle it and what it looks like. And you remember in our session before, we looked at what happens to our columns right here, our costs in excess and our billings in excess right here. So you can see I've left the check numbers in so that we have something to compare to, and we're going to make this video real quick. We are going to talk about those two jobs that we played with the last time. We are going to talk about those jobs not performing quite as well. So our first one we want to pay attention to is this one right here that is the $90,000 overbilling. So on this job we found out that we're not going to have a 20% gross margin. In fact, it looks like we're not going to hit our deadline. We have some overruns and some cost codes, and we could even possibly be looking at some liquidated damages. So instead of a 10% or 20% gross margin, we are going to assume that we're actually going to make 5% on this job. If I can type, then we will be in business if I can type. By doing that, even though this job is only 7% and it was 8% complete, we are going to pick up $13,000 in additional loss by changing that job. So you can see whenever the job is not very far along, it's not a huge change. But let's look at a job that is quite a bit further along. Let's go and look at this bottom job, this 65% job. So I like to kind of give you two examples of it. Right now we are showing $30,000 in underbilling, and we're going to do the same thing to this job. So instead of making 16%, we're going to make 5%. Okay, so we went from $30,000 underbilled to $65,000 overbilled. That is the change of about $90,000. Hope I can do that math right. So that means we will be taking a $90,000 loss this month by booking that change. This is why it is so incredibly important that as you know that the job is going to change and any fresh information that you have, that we book it gradually, because a big change like that from 16% to 5% has a pretty big impact in just 1 month, and it can really sting. And if you put this particular change on a quarter end whenever we have to produce a financial statement to our outside parties, it can really leave a mark. So knowing as we go along every month, keeping track, talking to accounting, talking to our project managers, and really joining together so that we know we have the best information. And I hope that none of your jobs go down. Instead, they all go up. But if they do happen to have a negative turn, early is better. Okay, I told you I would keep it short today. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.